That's tough. I mean, you only got 4 minutes before actually 5 minutes before the train behind you departs.
This is a Manhattan-bound N train. The next stop is Astoria Boulevard.
Sure. Wait, the first stop?
This is a Manhattan-bound
I mean, you got
train.
2 minutes,
The next stop is
hurry up.
30th Avenue.
Proceed to Hoyt. Or, you know the next stop, Astoria. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm retarded. It's Ditmas Boulevard, the first stop. Yeah, Astoria Boulevard. Yeah, give me a jump. No, jump to Astoria Boulevard. Oh, call back at Broadway.
Okay, well, that was...
My brain had a moment, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so was my computer. He's very special. This is the 5th time in a row it's crashed.
That'll be the 6th.
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx nothing.
I am the master of jinxing shit, so...
You better not.
I am.
Yeah, I may be getting what I deserve for attempting to do that. How many times did I start my stream up?
I have no idea. All I heard you was rejoining the call like 5 times.
I just started my stream 4 times in the span of 20 minutes.
This is a Manhattan-bound N train. The next stop
1
is
minute before
Broadway.
7:04. Anyways, 19:04 Nancy, ready to depart out of Ditmas.
Affirmative.
Alright, that is copy. Coming back here. Next stop, Hoyt.
So,
Wait.
Yeah, I'm calling it Hoyt.
Fine. So we just skip Astoria Boulevard. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm just calling it. Why not? don't want to confuse the other dispatchers.
I was not. I have to help Kurt, and my computer is throwing a tantrum right now.
I might help with that if that keeps happening.
Wait, what?
I might be your backup just in case when I'm done with Queens.
Please do.
Yeah.
Because once I get out of my, because if my computer crashes, I'm gonna get mad. I'm gonna be mad AF.
This is Broadway.
I hate this computer. It's done this thing. It's done this several times.
How old is your computer?
1 year old.
It's only 1 year old.
Month,
Damn.
a year and a month.
Mine is like what? Since the start of since the first summer of the pandemic. One was 20. It's about mine is
Yeah,
about
my
2.5.
computer prior to that was a lemon, and it could barely run BB. It could barely run like any game I wanted to play.
Mine is like semi-laggy, but it still runs fine. It never crashes. Well,
Oh, by the way,
it rarely crashes.
Fair enough.
You're where?
I'm at Broadway.
Broadway, that is a copy. You may call me back at 39th Avenue.
Okay.
1904 Hoyt Avenue, Rob.
Point, that is a copy. You may call me back at Broadway.
Reminder: this train is in service. It is not in service. It's just that we're having a technical problem with this train, so signage cannot work. And yeah, I kind of got a little frustrated about the fact that I could not, that the Astoria was completely clear, and then Josiah up there decided, I'm gonna poke Tristan, and basically just started chanting to people to switch to the N line and coded windows. So yeah.
The J is completely empty. The R is completely empty. The W is completely empty. The Q is empty.
Yeah.
The Z is empty.
I
The
did
C,
not.
the B are
fucking
empty.
Z. Listen. I like the N. I love the A. I needed an excuse to go fast with MTTs. I am not using an R32 because I am not sliding down the track.
I mean, does it say what year this run is in? No, not really. So you could have used like an earlier 32, but I don't know. If that's,
what? And yes,
the
I am sworn on
32's
stream.
The 32's from the first ones. The first ones in the pack. They're fast and the braking is good. The braking is not good, but you know what I mean.
I'm getting a new SSD for this, so I should probably be able to take some of the strain off my main one, which is currently running BVE. It's just if Amazon would ship faster and take the money out of my take my money faster, I wouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah, you could have done the R, or yeah, the R has a 160. The J and the Z have the 160. The N has a 160.
Yeah. Fair enough. It's just the problem is usually before the run I sign up my train, like 5 minutes before my departure time. I was spending that 5 minutes trying to make sure my computer did not commit a funny again. So I am currently running my train. Well, it still says not in service.
Damn.
No, please do not go beyond the platform again, Mr. R160. I would like to not have to deal with that again. Thank you. And I sucked on the marker. I'm at 39th Avenue.
39th, that is a copy. Coming back here. Next stop, Queensboro Plaza.
10-4, closing down.
Clear of the closing doors, please.
I haven't seen you dispatch in a long time, Rick. Where have you been?
Outside. That's the only excuse. It's because I like going outside in the evenings.
Yeah, I understand that as well.
1904 Broadway arrival.
Broadway, that is a copy. We're coming back at 39th Avenue.
But I made it onto the moderator squad.
That was good.
So I have to eat. So apparently I'm getting credit for tonight, even though I probably won't.
I mean, you'll be excused, maybe. I don't know, since your computer is dying.
No, I refuse to take excuses. I already delayed the first. I already was delayed to start because a little thing called family vacation. Please tell me I don't have to put spreadsheets on my phone.
I mean, hey, I dispatched when I was out of New York, so
I could not. I was in London.
I was in Central America.
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah, and also I needed as much space as I could. As I had, because as much people. Yes, I am admitting to this on stream. I am an anime fan, so I brought 8 anime figures back with me.
8.
Yes.
Aren't they expensive?
In London they were upcharged compared to New York and Amazon.
Jeez.
As in, basically, I paid $50 more than I would have if I just went on Amazon. Because 60 pounds equals $72, and that was how much one of the figures was. So I basically got
$72.
Yeah, sadly, when I could have just gotten the same figure for $20, or maybe even around that mark.
That is a robbery.
Yeah, it is, but they're a new store. They offer price matching, but I didn't want to be a dickhead.
Lexington Avenue,
Ugh.
59th Street.
Yes, Drew, I am addicted. Anyway, 1852 Nancy is at Queensboro Plaza, and that's the first time I used the name.
Alright, that is coffee. We switch over to Manhattan Tower for further instructions, and
Thank
have
you.
a safe trip.
Thank you for listening to me ramble. Have a good night.
Yeah, good night.
Good evening, Manhattan Tower. This is the 1852 Nancy from Ditmars Boulevard to Stowell Avenue. We're sitting at Queensboro Plaza. Do we have permission to come into Manhattan?
1852 Nancy, yes you do. Good evening, you may proceed to Midtown 57-7.
10-4, closing now.
1911 Alpha, are you there? Hello?
1911 Alpha radio check.
1911 radio check there. 11 Alpha, you're at 59th Street, correct?
No, sir.
Oh, Lord.
The 1911 Alpha and 207.
No, that means he's supposed to go to.
Oh, you're 7, you're supposed to be in the
Yeah,
Bronx
he's supposed to go to Bronx Town. Yeah.
50 Mary, call him back at Essex.
1850 Mary, Essex Street, that is the front of Essex Street. You're gonna push for James Lee line up coming back at Chambers.
Chambers on Janzy.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Kurt, if you need me to...
51
Oh,
Alpha
sorry.
is at 59.
What were you saying?
No,
1851 is at 59.
Oh, 1851, you're 59th Street?
Yeah.
Alright, push for 6th Avenue line up, call me back at 42nd Street, please, thank you.
Traffic police on that.
What, someone else trying to say something?
Sorry, I'm just pinging you, chat.
Atlantic.
33 Delta plus you, Atlantic Avenue, Pacific, proceed to Sunset Park, 36th Street, thank you.
I was calling back at East Broadway.
1831 Fox, East Broadway, the terminus. East Broadway, close down, proceed to York. Broad Street, who's that Broad? 1910 Romeo Broad Street, that's affirmed. You're gonna punch for Lawrence Street line up, call me back at J Street, okay? Thank you.
Was it J Street?
Yeah, J Street.
Got it. We're not going to talk about how I was getting karma right before the run, though. What up, Drew? Okay, for context, right now, the reason why it is asked clarification is because as of the most recent Transit Network 1, which was the whatchamacallit, the in-between runs, I have been doing what we call trials and exams.
I mean, Brooklyn Tower, copy.
So I just recently took the dispatcher exam. I failed that
31 Fox
miserably.
calling back at York. Point you for
I may or
over.
may not have caused a crash. But
Alright,
anyway.
switch over to Brooklyn Tower, please. Thank you.
So in the meantime, what's been happening is that I tried out for the moderator exam and I got in.
This is a
So-
Queensboro Plaza arrival. Express train. The next stop is 5th Avenue.
1904 Nancy, Queensboro Plaza. You can proceed to Lex 59, please. Thank you.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
50 Mary calling back at Chambers Street.
18,
Oh wait, 1852 is at Lexington 59.
Who's it? 1852 is it Lex 59?
Yes, 1852 Nancy.
50 Mary.
Okay, 1852 Nancy, Lex 59. Proceed to Midtown.
10-4.
Yeah, your original callback was Midtown, actually.
50 Mary, can we get a repeat on the callback? The 52 cut you off.
Yeah, 1850 Mary. I'm sorry. You said you were at Chambers Street.
Yes, Chambers on the J and the Z.
But anyway,
Okay,
so
Chambers Street,
right
proceed
now
to Broad Street,
Broad.
now I
Yes,
am
sir,
a
Broad.
This
moderator.
is the 1851 at 42nd Street.
1851 Alpha, 42nd Street, Bryant Park. That's confirmed. You're good to go all the way down to Grand Street. Copy.
Copy the grand.
Thank you.
Sheet got updated. But anyway, so I am now a moderator, and what I was doing in the tubes was I was editing a sheet. I was editing the sheet because for this run in particular, for the amount of trains that are being used for for basically almost every single line except the G,
5th Avenue, 59th.
they need one of the dispatchers will need help with the
36th Street, Principal Western Express line.
editing the sheet. So
Alright,
that's what I was
1836
doing.
Delta 36th Street. You're going to switch over to Brooklyn Tower for instructions. Thank you. $1853 Delta, welcome.
This is a
69th Street,
Brooklyn
Columbus
bound
Circle.
and
Push for 6th
express
Avenue. Your next
train.
callback is
The
42nd
next
Street, Bryant
stop
Park.
is 57th Street, 7th Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
1843 Delta calling back at Green Street, punching for Delta line.
Alright, Delta 43 Delta Grand Street. Push for Delta line, proceed to decop and locking. Thank you very much.
Time for the interlocking.
J Street for the 910 Romeo R train. That's for 910 R train. At J Street, punch your line up and proceed to Atlantic Avenue Pacific. Thank you.
50 Mary calling back at Broad Street.
1850 Mary, Broad Street. That's for punch for Lawrence Street line up. Call me back at DeKalb Avenue. Copy?
Decop.
Yes, sir. DeKalb. Thank you.
$1904 Nancy, Lexington Avenue, 59th Street.
1904 November, Lux 59 is confirmed. I need you to stop and stay momentarily.
Is 57th Street, 7th Avenue.
1852 Nancy, what's your current location? Are you
We're
arriving?
now
in Midtown?
arriving 57th Street, 7th Avenue.
Okay, perfect. 1852 Nancy, proceed all the way to Times Square. Thank you.
Where?
Times Square, 42nd.
Times Square 42nd. Okay, hold on. 10-4.
This is a Brooklyn-bound and express train.
All right, the
next
1904
stop is
November, sitting at
49th
Lex 59. You may close down. Go to Midtown 57 and 7.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Thank you.
Oh my god, I'm getting so panicked right now, it's not even funny.
Delta 42nd Street, Bryant Park. That is perfect. Next callback will be West 4th, please. West 4th Street.
The next stop is Times Square,
Thank you.
42nd Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is Times Square, 42nd Street. Transfer is available to the 1, 2, 3, 7, A, C, E, Q, and R trains. Transfer is available to the shuttle to Grand Central. Connection is available to Port Authority Bus Terminal.
I like Pacific.
Calling you?
1910s, I like
This is a
Pacific.
Brooklyn-bound N Express train.
Pacific, what's your number? Oh, 1910, my bad. 1910 Romeo Pacific Street as affirmed. You can proceed down
Stand
to
clear of the closing
Prospect
doors,
Avenue, please.
How's it called? 1843 Delta is at the decal interlock awaiting for the instructions.
43 Delta, that is affirmed at the interlock. You may proceed on lineup coming back at Atlantic Avenue Pacific.
Turn for Atlantic Pacific.
1852 Nancy is at Times Square, 42nd Street, punching for the Broadway Express.
1852 Nancy, that is affirmed. Proceed on express lineup. Your next call by is Canal Street, lower level. Thank you.
10-4, closing it.
1901 Alpha is at 59th Street waiting for further instruction.
1901 Apple, 59th Street, Columbus Circle, that is affirmed. You're going to punch for 6th Avenue lineup. Proceed down to 4750 at Rockefeller Center. Copy.
Copy.
Thank you so much.
1851 Alpha, Grand Street.
1851 Alpha and Grand Street, that is affirmed. You're going to push for Delta lineup and proceed to decop and interlocking, please. Thank you.
Copy the interlock.
1904 Nancy, 57th Street.
1904 Nancy, 57 at Midtown, that is affirmed. Proceed to Times Square, 42nd. Thank you very much.
Copy.
Mary calling back at the call.
This is 34th Street.
50 Mary, 1850 Mary, Decop Avenue, that's affirmed. You're going to punch for your Mary lineup coming back at Atlantic Avenue Pacific on the local. Actually, I'm sorry. You're going down Brighton. Correction, I'm sorry. That's my bad. You're going down Brighton, you're going to switch over to Brooklyn Tower, sorry.
But you want me to switch at Atlantic or here, sir?
No, you're going to switch here since you're going down Brighton.
Alrighty, switching over. Have a good one.
Thank you very much. 1853 Delta West 4th Street. You good to go to Grand Street. Thank you. Grand Street.
N Express train. The next stop is 14th Street, Union Square.
Stand clear of the closing
Thank you very
doors,
much.
please.
I'm Nick. This is very stressful. I can absolutely say that.
43 Delta, Atlantic Pacific.
Pacific Street for the 1843 Delta. That is confirmed. I'm gonna send you down to 36th Street. Copy.
That's a copy, 36th Street.
Thank you very much.
$19.04 Nancy, 40 seconds.
1904 Nancy at Times Square. That's where we're going to push her Broadway Express and call me back at 14th Street Union Square. Copy?
10.
This is 14th Street, Union Square. Transfer is available to the 456.
1901 Alpha's at top of the rock.
1901 Alpha, top of the rock, 4750. That's affirmative. You're good to go all the way down to West 4th, please.
Copy for West 4th.
Prospect Avenue for 1910.
1910 Romeo, Prospect Avenue. You're good to go to 36th Street, 4th Avenue. Thank you.
That's a copy.
1903 Delta 59.
1903 Delta, 59th Street, Columbus Circle. That's affirmative. You're going to punch for 6th Avenue and proceed down to Bryant Park. Thank you very much. The 1853 Delta at Grand Street. You're going to push for your Delta lineup. Proceed with decop interlock.
Oh, god damn it.
$18.51 Alpha is at decom interlocking.
1851 Alpha at decop interlocking. That's confirmed. You have lineup for Delta. Proceed into Atlantic Avenue Pacific Express. Thank you.
Copy for Atlantic.
This is in 1910.
1910 Romeo, were you just calling in at 36th Street?
Yes.
Okay, that's a copy. 1910 Romeo, you're going to push for Romeo lineup. Switch over to Brooklyn Tire for instructions. Thank you.
That's a copy.
$18.52 Nancy's now arriving at the Canal Street.
1852 Nancy, Canal Street, low level. Right, you know the drill. Punch for your Nancy lineup. Proceed to decop interlocking, please.
We'll do it at 1-2 stop 10-4.
That's a copy. Thank you.
This is a Brooklyn-bound N Express train. The next stop is Atlantic Avenue, Barclays Center.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
1843 Delta, calling back at 36th Street, Sunset Park, punching for a Western local on it.
1843 Delta, excuse me. That is a copy. You, sir, are going to hold momentarily to switch over to Brooklyn Tire for instructions. Thank you and have a good evening.
That's a tough one.
What was the callback for the 1852, Nancy?
52 Nancy, your callback was decop interlocking.
10-4, thank you.
1903 Delta 42nd Street, Bryant Park.
1903 Delta, 42nd Street, Bryant Park, as returned. You're going to close down, proceed to West 4.
1851 Alpha and Atlantic.
1851 Alpha, Atlantic Avenue Pacific, go down on 36th Street, thank you.
Alpha 36.
1904 Nancy 14.
1904 Nancy at 14th Street, Union Square, you're good to go. Canal Street, low level, thank you. 1853 Delta at decop interlocking, you may proceed on lineup, call me back Atlantic Avenue Pacific.
1901 Alpha is at West 4th.
1901 Alpha, West 4th is for proceed down 6th Avenue. Next callback is Grand Street.
Copy from Grand.
Thank you very much.
Keeping that until 1911 Alpha is at 59th Street, function for 6th Avenue.
Good evening, 1911 Apple. 59th Street, Columbus Circle, that's for push for 6th Avenue. Next callback will be 42nd Street and Bryant Park.
Copy that.
Thank you.
Well, you said callback for the 1853 was Atlantic?
Yes, I told 53 to proceed into Atlantic. Yes.
10-4, thanks.
No problem.
Delta at West 4.
1903 Delta, repeat please. Sorry.
1903 Delta at West 4.
Okay, West 4th Street, you, sir, are going to go down to Broader Lafayette, okay?
Copy.
Thank you.
1904 Nancy, Canal Street, lower level.
1904 Nancy, Canal Street, low level. You're going to push for Nancy Line and proceed to the peak of the bridge. Advise you moving there. Thank you.
Temple.
1853 Delta, Atlantic Avenue Pacific. Close down. Proceed to 36th Street. (1903 Delta). I'm going to extend your call back to Grand Street instead. Actually.
Copy.
Thank you.
1852 Nancy is at decal.
1852 Nancy, decop interlocking the firm. Proceed on lineup. Call me back at Pacific Street.
11
1851 Alpha, 36th Street.
1851 Alpha, 36th Street, 34th Avenue, that's a copy. You're gonna push for Nancy Lanham, switch over to Brooklyn Tower for instructions. Thank you. Next video.
11 Alpha, Bryant Park.
1911 Alpha, Bryant Park, that's for be good to go down to West 4th Street, please.
Copy that.
1901 Alpha is at Grand Street.
1901 Alpha, Grand Street, punch for the Delta lineup, proceed to decob and interlocking. Thank you very much.
Copy.
$52 Naz, you copy for Pacific?
10-4.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Oh my god. Thank you.
You said for 1901 Alpha it was Grand Street.
Yeah, thank you. 1901 Alpha, yeah. He left Grand Street. I sent him to the decob interlocking. I sent the Alpha, what was it, train behind him.
Got it. Just trying to keep up. Stressful.
Yeah, I sent the Delta behind him to Grand.
Good evening.
Oh god.
13 Delta, hello.
959th Street, Columbus Circle.
1913 Delta, that's 59th Street, punch for 6th Avenue, coming back at Bryant Park, please. 42nd Street.
Copy. Interesting.
I just
Nancy, peak of the bridge.
1904 Nancy, that's affirmative. Pick up bridge. You're good to go to decob interlock. Thank you.
Yep.
$1903 Delta at Grand Street.
1903 Delta at Grant Street, that's affirmative. We're gonna punch for your Delta line and proceed to the Pickett Bridge. Advise me when you're there. Thank you.
Alpha, West 4th.
1911 Alpha, West 4th Street, that's affirmative. That's callback will be Grand Street.
Copy for Grand.
Thank you.
This is Atlantic Avenue Barclays Center. Transfer is available to the
1901 Alpha is at decob slot.
1901 Alpha, the interlocking, that's affirmative. I need you to stop and stay momentarily.
to the Long Island Railroad.
1904 Nancy, the call interlock.
1904 Nancy, I need you to stop and stay as well at the interlocking. Thank you.
Yeah.
1853 Delta, 36th Street, Sunset Park. You're gonna push for Delta lineup to the Brooklyn Tower for further instructions. Thank you and have a good evening. 1852 November. What's your current location?
1852 Nancy just opened the doors at Atlantic Avenue, Pacific Street.
Alright, I need you to step on into 36th Street, sir. We got traffic forming behind you, please. Thank you.
Stand clear
10-4, we apologize.
please.
That's alright. Alright, 1901 Apple, you're the interlocking, correct?
10-4.
Double check. Alright, 1901 Apple, I'm gonna give you priority here. Proceed to Atlantic Avenue, please.
Copy for Atlantic.
Grand Park.
1903 Delta after peak of the bridge.
1903 Delta, peak of the bridge, proceed to the decop interlocking copy. 1913 Delta, 1913 Delta at Bryant Park. I copy you. Your next callback is West 4, please. Thank you.
Copy.
Yes, Drew, I'm hauling now. If you're still here.
Grand.
1911 Alpha Grand Street as affirmed. Going to punch for a Delta lineup and proceed to the peak of bridge. Let me know when you get to the peak.
Copy that.
Thank you.
What was the 1903 Delta's callback?
1903 Delta was decop interlocking.
I'm there now. You can.
Alright, 03 Delta, I need you to stop and stay at decop interlocking.
Copy.
1901 Alpha, are you currently nearing Atlantic Avenue?
10-4, I'm entering the station now.
Okay, let me know when you have doors open, please. Thank you.
I'm flooring it right now, trying to get to 36th Street.
No, you're fine, you're fine.
It's hard to keep up with the sheet.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm just trying to even out decop interlocking right now. It's clogged up.
Fair
Let's
enough.
see. 1904 to 9 Nancy, I'm going to give you your lineup now. Proceed to Atlantic Avenue Pacific. No more than 15 until further notice. Thank you.
Copy.
1901 Alpha has doors open at Atlantic.
1901 Alpha, that's confirmed. You have full clearance to 36th Street. You should be fine. Proceed to 36th. Thank you.
So far.
This is 36th Street. Transfer is available to the D and R trains. This is a Coney
36th Street for that 1852 Nancy going to Brooklyn Tower.
That's a firm country Nancy Labs, switch over Brooklyn Tower. Thank you.
Alright, if you need me, I'm a ping away. And you're welcome for the help.
Thanks.
Fox Neptune, that is a copy. Your next call back is your last stop, Coney Island, Stillwell.
That's a copy.
Good evening, Brooklyn Tower. This is the 1852 Nancy from Ditmars Boulevard to Stowell Avenue, holding at 36th Street. Nancy lineup has been punched. We have permission to continue on to Coney Island.
52 Nancy, you can proceed out of 36. Your next call back, 59th Street.
10-4, closing down. Oh my god, that was stressful.
So it's gonna be 50 punch for Coney Island Stone Chapman.
43 Delta, Bay 50, if that is a copy. Your next call back is your next and last stop, Coney Island, Stillwell.
I'll stop Coney Island Stone.
Facing 51 Alpha, passing 86th Street.
51 Alpha bypassing 86, that is a copy. You have the lineup to proceed to your last stop, Coney Island Store.
Copy for Stillwell.
This is 59th Street. Transfers available to the R train.
1910 Romeo, you said you're at Bay Ridge. That's a copy. 1910 Romeo. You can discharge your passengers. Change ends. Let me know you're ready to head back up.
No, 1852 Nancy is at 59th Street. Sorry.
1852 Nancy, if you're not sure 4th Avenue, has a copy of received express lineup. Your next callback, bypassing New Utrecht Avenue.
10-4, closing down.
50 Mary
Attention all
terminating
passengers,
at
this N
Coney Island
train
Stillwell
and
Avenue.
all other N trains and the A
50
trains that are
Coney
running
Island
the M
Stillwell, that
line.
is a copy. You can discharge your
They will
passengers.
be-
Terminate your train. Thank you for your service. Have a good evening.
Have a good one. 5-4 July.
Attention all passengers, all A and N trains to Coney Island are running via Sea Beach Express. The next and last stop on this N train is Coney Island Stillwell Avenue. Step in and stand clear.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
1831 Fox terminated at Coney Island Stillwell Avenue.
1831 Fox terminated Coney Island Stillwell. That is a copy. You can discharge your passengers. Terminate your train. Thank you for your service. Have a good evening.
Let's go.
Best departure at a Chamber Street layout.
1949 Romeo. It's crazy. Chamber Street is not in Brooklyn.
I lost my head.
You weren't supposed to do that. You weren't supposed to do that. Wait, goes.
1851 Alpha terminated at Stillwell.
Yeah.
1851 Alpha.
1843 Delta is also terminated.
51 Alpha. Discharge your passengers. Terminate your train. Thank you for your service. Have a good evening.
Copy.
01 Alpha is at 36.
43 Delta also terminated at Coney Island Stillwell
Alright,
Avenue.
43 Delta Coney Island Stillwell. That is a copy. You can discharge your passengers. Terminate your train. Thank you for your service. Have a good evening.
01 Alpha.
01 Alpha is at 36th Street, punching for the Nancy lineup.
1 Alpha. That's copy 36. May receive to your next stop, 59th Street.
Copy for 59.
This is Fort Hamilton Parkway.
Three Delta Bay Parkway. That is a copy for Delta local lineup. Your next call back is Bay 50.
1852 Nancy bypassing New Utrecht.
E2 Nancy bypassing Utrecht. That is a copy. Next callback bypassing 86th Street.
10-4. Sorry, I was about to say closing. 10-4 proceeded. It slipped.
I'm gonna get the back there. Oh, wow.
1901 Alpha is at 59th Street.
1901 Alpha 59th Street, 4th Avenue. That is a copy for CBG Express lineup. Your next callback bypassing New Utrecht.
Copy for bypassing New Utrecht.
1952 Romeo, you meet Park Bay Ridge 95th. Your next callback will be Bay Ridge Avenue.
This is
1904 Nancy, 36.
1904 Nancy 36, that is a copy. They push for 4th Avenue Express line. Your next callback is your next stop, 59th Street.
Copy.
This N train and A train and all other N trains and A trains are running express to Coney Island Stillwell Avenue, the last stop. If you need service to any station between 59th and Stillwell Avenue, please stay on this train and transfer at Coney Island Stillwell Avenue to a northbound A or N train.
Three Delta Bay 50, if that is a copy. Next callback is your next and last stop, Coney Island Stillwell.
$18.52 Nancy is bypassing 86th Street.
52 Nancy bypassing 86, that is a copy of the line for your last stop, Coney Island Stillwell, fall back there.
10-4. Yeah, Brooklyn Tower. There's a floating signal right outside the junction for the express and local track at 86th Street. Is that normal?
Yeah, let's just assume it's normal. Let's just assume it's 4th of July stuff. Continue Stillwell.
Yes, okay.
Alpha is bypassing New Utrecht.
1901 Alpha bypassing New Utrecht, that is a copy. Next call back bypassing 86th Street.
We'll copy for 86.
1903 Delta 36.
3 Delta 36 out of the copy. Push the West End Express lineup. Your next callback is your next stop, 9th Avenue.
1904 Nancy at 59.
1904 Nancy 59th out of the copy. Push for Seabridge Express lineup. Your next callback bypassing New Utrecht.
Copy.
1853 Delta terminated Coney Island Stillwell. That is a copy. You may discharge your passengers. Terminate your train. Thanks for your service. Have a good evening. Page Avenue for the 1952 Romeo. That is a copy. Push for 4th Avenue local line of your next callback is 36th Street.
That's the call.
This is Coney Island, Stillwell Avenue. Transfers available to the D, F, and Q train.
Attention all passengers, this is the last stop on this train. If you need service to any station between here and 59th Street, please remain on this train, which will turn around and head back up to Astoria Ditmar Boulevard momentarily. Once again, this is the last stop on this train. And for those of you disembarking, thank you so much and have a great 4th of July. Once again, if you need service to any station between Coney Island and 59th Street, remain on this train. It will turn around and go back up to Astoria Ditmar Boulevard. (1852) Nancy terminated at Coney Island.
52 Nancy terminated Coney Island Stillwell. That is a copy. Discharge your passengers. Terminate your train. Thanks for your service. Have a good evening.
You too, thank you. Oop, works for me. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night. Happy 4th of July, everyone.